So we all know that person that they are a fragrance person like myself. They walk into a room and you can either smell them coming or you can smell them leaving, you can smell them after they've left the room. And what those fragrances all have in common is that they all leave an intoxicating scent trail. So what I have here are 5 fragrances that will leave you with an intoxicating scent trail. People will remember you. People will have a lasting impression, and it'll always be a good one. The first one is this bad boy right here, and I do mean Carolina Herrera bad boy. All right, so this one is going to be that spicy, peppery, pink pepper, and also tonka bean and cacao fragrance from Carolina Herrera that really took the fragrance community by storm because of its longevity, because of its lasting power. So again, this one has a really great sillage. You don't have to spray it a whole lot, but when you do spray it, people know that you're in the room and you're leaving a great impression on them. So that's number 1. Now, this next fragrance is from a car company. Mercedes-Benz actually makes fragrances, and a lot of people kind of snub their nose when they heard about this Mercedes-Benz fragrances. But this one here, my older brother put me on, and you know, it's actually not an expensive fragrance, but when I got my hands on it, I mean, this one here is a banger. This one is Mercedes-Benz, and this one is called Club Black. So the thing about this fragrance is that it doesn't really have a whole lot of notes. It's very simple. It's bergamot, incense, jasmine, benzoin, and vanilla, you know, and then it's got that ambroxan that helps it with its projection. So not a complicated fragrance, but one that really does pack a punch. I mean, when you spray it, you don't have to spray it a whole lot, but it definitely packs a punch, and it's very well done, especially for a fragrance from a car company. I love wearing it. I love just having it on. Just makes me feel really calm. It just uplifts my mood, and people love it on me too. So definitely get your hands on that one. Number 3 is from the brand of Azzaro. Azzaro is one of those brands that is harder to pick because there's actually so many good fragrances from that line. But this one, I think, is the one I went with for today. You could really go with any Azzaro wanted fragrance, but I chose this one here. This one is Azzaro, the Most Wanted Parfum. Okay, so it's known for this orange, sort of amber color down here. And the thing with the Most Wanted is only 3 notes. It's ginger, woods, and bourbon vanilla. Now, you definitely do smell that bourbon, and that's the distinctive note in this one versus your Most Wanted or the Most Wanted Le Parfum. Is that one has, with that bourbon, gives it a little bit of a booziness, and that boozy smell is definitely great, especially if you're going out for a night out at the club. To me, it's a more mature version of like a Versace Eros or even a Halloween Man X. If you want to grow those up, you go with this one here, okay? The next one we're talking about is from one of my favorite lines. This one is from Javan Gentlemen. Now, Javan for me is like one of those fragrance brands that for the cost per milliliter are very well done. So I really like the Javan line of fragrances, all of them across the board. Definitely a very mature line too. So when you want to be dressed up, you want to smell grown up, you go with these ones. And out of the whole line, I think you got to go with this one here. This one is Javan Gentlemen, the regular Eau de Parfum. So this one's going to have some black pepper. It's going to have some coriander, iris. It's going to have cacao and woods and that sandalwood. So this one, definitely, you're getting that cacao, that cedar. You're getting that woodsy note in there. But you also get a little bit of that, you know, spicy, aromatic freshness from the geranium as well as the patchouli. So definitely, if you want to be a little bit more put together, you don't want your fragrance a little too bubblegummy, then you would want to go with something like this. It's a little bit more masculine woods. All right. And this would not be a fragrance about intoxicating fragrances if I didn't have an intoxicating fragrances. So the last one for today is from the brand of Killian. This is Killian's Intoxicated. So this one definitely is an intoxicating fragrance. You have cardamom, you have the nutmeg, cinnamon, coffee, and caramel. And you definitely, the nutmeg, cinnamon, and caramel notes you get in there definitely are well blended. And it makes it to where once you spray that first, it's like naturally people are just going to turn heads. And I get that every time I wear it. Every time I wear it out, people have to be like, what are you wearing and what is that? How do I get it? So definitely this one, very much worth the price. The only niche fragrance on this list, but one of the best niche fragrances out there. So there you go, guys. We got 5 fragrances for you. All of these are going to leave an intoxicating impression, an intoxicating scent trail. People are definitely going to turn heads. They're going to ask you what you're wearing, and then you put them on game and you create opportunities for yourself. All right. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to send me any video suggestions you have, and we'll get it done for you guys. Much love.